Welcome to Pocketgrass. My name's Mary Ann Mormon, but most of you know me as Auntmama, and I'll be with you as we enjoy this 10th episode, our Blueberry episode. You know, a pocket, it's just a little thing, but it can hold a song, it can hold some pearls of wisdom, and it can hold hope. We have hope. We have hope we're all going to be together again, and we will. Wintergrass people, they're out looking at stages. They're figuring out how this is all going to happen, get the artists back on stage, bring us together. And right now, we get to be together in a little bit of smaller box, a little bit of small stage here. Have some wonderful things coming up. The Wintergrass Youth Orchestra, always one of the favorite things at the festival. They'll be here. Cousin Harlyn's going to come along. Yeah, I will tell you a story, too. Oh, and there is a dynamic duo you don't usually get to see. So settle back, get your blueberry thing that you're going to be eating, and enjoy Pocketgrass.
Farmstrong, Court, Jim, Rick, John.
Let's do it. Must be love. I'm in the center of a hurricane. I can't explain exactly what you do to me. I'm standing out there in the pouring rain. I guess it must be love. Your love, it cuts me like a razor blade. I'm afraid that I might be losing. It's 100 standing in the shade. I guess it must be love. It must be love that makes me feel this way. It must be love that makes it look like midnight in the middle of the day. Your crazy love will drive me half insane. I feel the pain, you know what you do to me. I would leave if I had half a brain. I guess it must be love. It must be love that makes me feel this way. It must be love that makes it look like midnight in the middle of the day. Your crazy love will drive me half insane. I feel the pain, you know what you do to me. I would leave if I had half a brain. I guess it must be love. I'm in the center of a hurricane. I can't explain exactly what you do to me. I would leave if I had half a brain. I guess it must be love. I guess it must be love. I guess it must be. I guess it must be crazy love.
I can't wait to bring you the next act. You're going to love it. It's a dynamic duo. It's a father and son. It's the people you never see at Pocketgrass because they're behind the camera. They're making the sound happen. Please welcome David Lange and Ben Lange to Pocketgrass.
They like the dark ones, these bluegrass people. They love the murder. Murder, cheating. Drinking. Frying pans, the murder with the frying pan over cheating. That was earlier. Well, we got a song about bills in the mail and a lack of money to pay for them. Maybe you've been there. And if not, well, you can come pay us afterward. Spread the love, folks. We do have CDs for sale. This song is on it. And you will be helping us pay our bills. You said you were tired of living the day-to-day. You said you couldn't make it this winter in Santa Fe. You said you would write just as soon as you were paid. But I'm still holding out for the promise you made. 'Cause I've got bills in the mail, and I want letters, nothing but bills in the mail. And I want letters, so many bills in the mail. And I want letters from you. you would write me and send me some money. I've got bills in the mail, and I want a letter. So many bills in the mail, and I want a letter. Now I got bills in the mail, and I want a letter from you. I want a letter from you. Now I got bills. I got bills. I got bills, and I want a letter now. Oh, now I want a letter from you.
Cousin is late again. I don't know what makes the cousin Harlyn side of the family so late all the time. They're going to be late to their own undertaker if that's what's going to happen. And Harlyn wasn't even going to wander far away. There it is, the unmistakable clinging-clanging of Cousin Harlyn. Well, what took you so long? Where were you this time? Cousin Harlyn went to Bellevue, just like I said. Bellevue is a nanosecond away. It couldn't possibly have taken you this long. It's 2,357 miles away. Harlyn, the entire state of Washington is not 2,357 miles away. You went to Bellevue, Kentucky? What in the world were you doing in Bellevue, Kentucky? You went for a family reunion. Well, that's nice. Those pegheads do get together every now and then. And you brought me a present? Harlyn brought me a family portrait from the pegheads. Look, there's little Harlyn, little muffins on. I wonder if there was a little hat that went with that. That is the best part of all. Harlyn, get your hands out of the blueberry crumble. We got spoons for that. And you got work to do. You got to get us back to Bellevue, Washington. Down by the pastures where paradise lay. You're too late in asking. Mr. Peabody's coal train has carried it away. Harlyn just gave us a great idea. You know how bluegrass music is all about the heart parts, and some of it's sad and some of it's, but it all tells a story, every bit of it, just like that old John Prine song. Auntmama's been telling you stories here during Pocketgrass. We're going to be back together, in person. How about you tell Auntmama stories? Let's see if the Wintergrass people can give us a little corner somewhere in between a jam and a stage. And tell me how you got to the Wintergrass Music Festival. Harlyn, I will. I'll tell you a story in just a second. It'll even have a little bluegrass and blueberries from Bellevue in it. But right now, Harlyn and I are going to join you for what is always one of the most fun parts about the festival, the Wintergrass Youth Orchestra. Now you're going to see Ballard High School students joined by Seattle Pacific University students in music that was created in honor of Beth Fortune. It's called Fiddler's Fortune. Beth is really responsible for this orchestra happening. She's one of the directors of the music education piece. And there'll be a second song, too. Martha Redbone will join in on that, and we're going to hear music that's been inspired by a project she's done based on the poetry of William Blake. So settle back, you got the best room in the house, and enjoy the best of Wintergrass Music Festival right here on Pocketgrass.
Never can it be, never, never can it be. Oh no, never can it be, never, never can it be. Can I see another's woe and not be in sorrow too? Can I see another's grief and not seek for kind relief? Can I see a falling tear and not feel my sorrow share? Can a father see his child weep nor be with sorrow fear? Can a mother sit and hear an infant groan, an infant fear? Oh no, never can it be, never, never can it be. Oh no, never can it be, never, never can it be. Smiles on all, hear the wren of sorrow small, hear the songbirds' grief and care, hear the woes that infants bear, and not sit beside the nest, pouring pity in their breast, and not sit the cradle near, weeping tear on infants' tear, and not sit both night and day, wiping all our tears away. Oh no, never can it be, never, never can it be. Oh no, never can it be, never, never can it be. Oh, he don't give his joy to all, he becomes an infant small. He becomes a man of woe, he don't feel the sorrow too. Think not thou canst sigh a sigh, and thy Maker is not by. Think not thou canst weep a tear, and thy Maker is not near. Oh, he gives to us his joy, that our grief he may destroy. Till our grief is fled and gone, he doth sit by us and mourn. Oh no, never can it be, never, never can it be. Oh no, never can it be, never, never can it be. Oh no, never can it be, never, never can it be. Oh no, never can it be, never, never can it be.
You remember that old Quaker song, "'Tis a gift to be simple, 'tis a gift to be free, 'tis a gift to come down where we ought to be"? Well, in the summer of 1965, I was having a little bit of trouble with that "where I ought to be" part. Mama and Daddy and me were all out picking blueberries. And it's not the kind of blueberry you find in the grocery store. These little teeny blue, purple blue. So sweet. And they're up on the Blue Ridge Park where Daddy knew everything about those backwoods. He was raised there. He knew where the bears ate blueberries, and he knew where the snakes were, so he was always telling Mama not to worry. She was going to be safe. Mama wasn't from those mountains. She never really liked those mountains, although she loved being out in the sunshine with her family. Daddy would get really tall up there on the bushes, and he'd be picking. And that year he looked down and said, Buttons, you're really going to be sorry if you don't go hear this music. And Mama would respond with, Herman Mormon, you leave her alone. She's going to start her college education. And don't we want her to make something out of her life? I want her to make something out of her life, but she's going to really miss Doc Watson. See, there was this music thing that was going to happen on Labor Day weekend, and all of Daddy's favorites were going to be there, and none of them were Mama's favorites. My Mama was getting us out of the Appalachian Mountains and get rid of that twang. She didn't want her babies talking with a twang. And we did talk with a twang. We did. We had the twang, I got to admit. So she was moving us on out in the world. Buttons, Bill Monroe's going to be there. He's got a young man with him this time that say his name is Peter Rowan. Got some youngsters there. You're going to like these whippersnappers. Daddy, I need to go on to college. I'm in drama, and all the drama majors are going to get together before Labor Day. Now, this went on because Daddy would go to the barber shop, and Red Smiley was often at the barber shop. It was called Earl's Barbershop. And they'd all get together from WDBJ TV and radio and who's going to be there, and down at Cantrell's Horse Farm. Herman, we don't need her to be at a horse farm. It's not a horse farm. It's a music festival at a horse farm. But I didn't go to what became America's first two-day bluegrass festival in Fincastle, Virginia. Nope, I just drove right on past Fincastle, on to college, and actually fell down the backside of the Blue Ridge Mountains, eventually over the Rockies into the Cascades, where I became kind of what Mama wanted, became a success, made something out of my life. Mama didn't expect me to settle as far away as Seattle. And Daddy didn't expect me to stay as long. Buttons, aren't you going to come home for Christmas? And sometimes I did. Aren't you coming home to pick blueberries, honey? I never did that again. Never picked blueberries with my family again. I was busy. I was starting a training company. I was traveling. I was being important. I was being successful. Can you come home for Christmas? Your mama misses you a lot. So I told Daddy I would come home that year. I hadn't been home for a long time. But things came up. I had a job with Weston Hotel. We were traveling, and I didn't make it. I always wondered if that's what broke her heart. Because on January 1st, the year I didn't go home, Mama's heart burst right open. We lowered her down into the velvet grass of Virginia cemeteries. And something happened with that. I lost part of my interest in my work and being important. So I started working for not-for-profit companies like City University that the Pastori founded. And I started working for the city of Bellevue, did a leadership group for the city, and then did some kind of organizational thing for the transportation department. Then I got hired by KBCS Radio, little old radio station, only radio station in Bellevue. I was supposed to do an organizational analysis, and I was working on that, but walking past the air room, I looked in, and there was this microphone. It was a shiny silver microphone kind of winking at me over on the side. And I thought, that's an interesting microphone. And then they started playing the music. There was Ralph Stanley. There was Doc Watson. There was Peter Rowan some years later. And I realized I had just walked into all of the music I had walked out of. So I asked the general manager, I might even be able to give you a better price if I could tell stories on that microphone. You know how to tell stories? Sure, of course I do. So I started telling stories and working with the DJs and getting the right stories with the right music. And one of the DJs was a promoter. Liked the way I told the story about Southern porches and put it with Dale Ann Bradley's song. Said, there's going to be a music festival. Dale Ann's coming. Let's go on down, and you can tell the song, the story, and she can come up and sing. I said, great. And where are we going? To the Wintergrass Music Festival. Do the Wintergrass people know that I'm doing this? No, we'll talk to Dale Ann Bradley about it. I got to do that. I got to go to the Wintergrass Music Festival and tell the story, and Dale Ann Bradley sang, and I kept going and got to introduce these wonderful people. And I realized I was thinking a lot more about that than I was being some kind of highfalutin consultant. And then I walked into the Hyatt Regency in Bellevue, Washington for the Wintergrass Music Festival, and there it was, T-shirts and crystal chandeliers. Every person working in that hotel had a Wintergrass T-shirt on and was so proud to wear it. And up above, there were the crystal chandeliers, the very thing my mother had wanted. Be in a big hotel, be important. And I realized I was a success. I had come down where I ought to be. Being happy is a big part of success, maybe the biggest part of all. So when the head manager of the hotel came over to me and said, you have this very important phone call, these people are worried about getting in touch with you, and I picked it up, and it was the Westin Hotel who needed me to get back to Seattle to give a speech, I realized I was happy. I was going to go on stage and introduce Abigail Washburn. What could be better than that? Knowing where you belong, I think that's success. Being with you, being with my people, that's when I come down where I ought to be. See you at Wintergrass 2022.
How have you been?
Oh, I've been good.
Yeah.
I'm fully vaccinated. Are you?
Me too.
Oh,
Notice
yeah.
my haircut?
Oh, it's very nice.
I decided that after 18 months of saying I have a COVID haircut, it was just an excuse to not get a haircut. So I did it myself. I was a little concerned I'd have to go to confession and say that I did this, but it's okay. Not bad.
No,
right?
it looks good. It looks like. Did you use the gardening shears or?
Yes.
Okay.
I just,
Well, it looks good. No, I mean we
I
do.
lucked out.
We do what we can. Listen, I have missed you. I don't think I've seen you since December, January, something like that.
A whole way back in the 1920s.
I think so.
1920s. Wait,
Boy, well,
2020s.
long time ago. But things are opening up a little bit at the convent, as it were. The sisters and I, and of course Mother Superior, just went on vacation to Reno and didn't do well on the quarter slots. We lost everything. Well, I mean, gosh, there's not much to lose when you don't really have much. But we climbed on the plane. We came back, and you picked us up.
I did pick you
Oh,
up. It was quite a great scene. I loved it.
Can I tell the story?
Please
Yeah.
tell the story.
Ricky Gene picked us up. This is an interesting story here. And we came to the first stoplight, and he just blazed through it, went right through it. And I thought, well, he's excited to see us. And we came to the second stoplight and just blazed through that. And I thought, well, if it happens one more time, I'm going to have to say something. So we came to the third stoplight, and Ricky Gene just went right through that at a high rate of speed. And I said, Ricky Gene, that's the third stoplight you've gone through. You could have killed us. And he said, oh, for God's sake, am I driving? Anyway, it was lots of fun.
I thought God was on my side. It seemed like a safe bet.
Well, we were all terrified, especially Mother Superior. She passed out in the back seat. Well, that could have been actually from the cocktails on the plane, but...
That's what I thought. You smelled a little...
Well, she always does.
Oh.
Yeah, we won't go into that. We probably should move on.
I'm curious, does holy water work as a vaccine?
It could. It doesn't work very well. But
How do you make holy water?
well, you just God touches it or something.
Just bless the
We're
hell
not
out of it,
sure.
right?
Yeah, Jesus has something to do with it, I think, but we don't know. We just hang out and drink it occasionally.
So little time. so much religion to go think about. Okay.
I know. But we could think about fruit instead.
Oh, let's think of fruit.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And what's your favorite? I like fruits on trees. I like fruits on vines, and I particularly like blueberries.
Oh, I love blueberries.
Yeah?
They stain your teeth forever. Mm.
I know. In fact, let's do a song about blueberries. Let's do Blueberry Pie. That's a sweet little song.
All right, I'm
and
game.
about a sweet subject.
All right.
And I encourage everyone to have some blueberry pies. And this is a waltz.
No.
So please waltz along at home. Ready?
I'm ready.
Oh, 1, 2, 3, 1. Your hands, they are callous, and your eyes, they don't dream. You haven't smiled much in 15 years.
That's true.
Folks say you're a hard man, but they've never seen when you tenderly dried all my tears. You're as cold as a north wind in winter. You're as tough as the ground in July. But when it comes to loving your lady, you're as sweet as blueberry pie. Well, you ain't one for talking, and you don't show your fear. You're not afraid to stand up for what is right.
That's right.
Some think you're uncaring, but they'll never hear the I love yous you tell me every night.
Mm-hmm.
You're as cold as a north wind in winter. You're as tough as the ground in July. When it comes to loving your lady, you're sweet as blueberry pie. You're as sweet as blueberry pie.
Oh, dang it.
Well, that's it. That's our 10th episode of Pocketgrass. I hope you enjoyed yourself and had a lot of fun. Cousin Harlyn always spikes things up when he comes by. And the Wintergrass Youth Orchestra. Doesn't that put a smile on your face? Can't wait till we see them again in person. Farmstrong, what a wonderful group of musicians they are. Thank you. Thank you for stopping by. You got a lot of things you can do with your time, and we're glad you shared it with us. And you know, that wouldn't have been possible if it wasn't for our patrons. And that's some of you, too. You've really kept it going along in this year of COVID. I want to thank the city of Bellevue, always a supporter of Wintergrass, Arts WA for Culture, Humanities Washington. And all of us are keeping each other close until we can be together again. Now, we're going to take a little break. We're going to have a little summer. I hope you have summer, too. I hope you get out. Hope you have some fun. And I hope you work on your stories. Because remember, when we are together again, Auntmama is waiting to hear your story. So bring it on at the Hyatt Regency in Bellevue, Washington, as soon as we can. Love you all. Thank you so much. Bye-bye now.
Bluegrass pickers know that it was Bill Monroe who put the lonesome in that high lonesome sound.
It's Christmas Eve. 3 gentlemen die, and they're at the gates of heaven waiting for St. Peter to let them in. And St. Peter is a little bored, and he said, well, listen, if you can give me something that shows the spirit of Christmas, I'll let you in through the gates of heaven. So gentleman number 1 looks through his pockets, and he pulls out a lighter, and he lights the lighter, and he says, this represents candles. And St. Peter says, oh, very good, you may pass. And the second gentleman's looking through his pockets and comes out with a pair of keys. He jingles his keys and he says, this represents bells. St. Peter says, very nice, you may pass. Third gentleman is sweating, looking through every pocket that he's got. Finally, he pulls out a pair of women's underwear. And St. Peter says, now, what does that have to do with Christmas Eve? And he said, well, these are carols.
David Lange. Cousin Harlyn always makes you smile, doesn't it? Damn! Where is that program? Where is that? Okay, here we go. That's it. That's our 10th episode of Pocketgrass. I hope you've had some fun with us. Thanks to the artist. Thanks to Farmstrong, Ben and David Lange. Hope you got to see some of the archives. And wasn't the youth... Can you believe it? Can you really get that far and not get Wintergrass Youth? You'd think I don't know who these people are.
Let's see. We were driving on the streets of Seattle. We were down in Old Town, the Pioneer Square, and
A lovely part of town.
yeah, lovely part of town. And a naked man jumped out on the hood of the car. Jumped on the hood of the car and started gesticulating wildly. And Mother Superior says, "Show him your cross." So I rolled down the window. I said, "Get the hell off the car!" No, we can't put any of these in, are they? None of them.